Oklahoma. My name's Sean Cummings. I'm here at the state capitol today because I'm announcing my bid for the chairmanship of the Democratic Party of the state of Oklahoma this coming summer. What I'd like to talk to you about today is why I want to do it, what I think I can bring to the table, and why I hope that you might vote for me at the convention this summer. I spent most of my adult life and years before that in media, one form or another, from doing theater to doing film to doing editing, radio, television, whatnot. What I see as the thing that we lack the most in the state is not just enough houses here, but we lack a message that people are hearing statewide. I can give that message in a professional manner. I can present it. I can work with the media really well, and I can work with the people that we have working in there to make sure the messages are in sync and we're sharing the same message across the state. The other thing I would like to offer is to be the voice of the Democratic Party. So when Governor Stitt, Lieutenant Governor, on down, statewide positions, we don't hold any of them. But it also means we don't have a voice. If we're going to be the smallest group in the room, we need to have the biggest voice. I can do that probably better than anybody I know, and I'm not afraid to speak truth to power. And I hope that's the thing that you'll find most important about my candidacy, because I've done hundreds, if not thousands, of videos for hundreds of candidates. I've knocked doors, I've worked phones, I've driven people places. I've done everything I can for candidates locally and statewide. I've been in all 77 counties. I'm familiar with each one. When my wife ran for lieutenant governor about 7 years ago, we literally walked the state together, and I went every place with her. I also lived on minimum wage with her when she did a minimum wage experience. It'll be on the website. You're more than welcome to have a look. It's interesting to see that we haven't come any further in 7 years. The biggest thing I would like to say, though, is I can run events. Every year, my wife and I and another family put on the Red Andrews dinner for 6,000 people. Goes off without a hitch. We handle media, we build it, I run the kitchens for it, she helps to run the front end. It's a pretty neat event. We also have our own radio show on Sundays on 1520 AM at noon, 95.3 FM. Last year was the first year that we did an Irish festival in the Village in Oklahoma where thousands of people came. We designed that from start to finish, from music to food to games to everything else. So I'm capable of doing this. We also used to run a 5 and 8K run where we dealt with 800 to 1,000 people on that, from organization, from down, hiring, firing, the whole 9 yards. I have owned restaurants in the state of Oklahoma since I moved here for about 22 years, but I've also consulted on going into bankrupt businesses and seeing if I can turn them around, and dealing with really difficult people that work there and really nice people that work there and trying to figure out who's best for it. And the reason I bring that up is some people won't be happy if I win, but I can work with them. Everybody gets a seat at the table. I just want to have a new vision for Oklahoma, predominantly built upon working families, moms, people literally that built this state, and we hope to serve. Now, if you're unfamiliar with me, I'm usually known as Kathy Cummings' husband or her driver or the guy that always has the camera, because I work behind the scenes on most campaigns to get people what they wanted, to get their messages across, develop them, and that kind of stuff. What I'd like to talk to you about today is how we bring more energy for the Democratic Party here, locally, school board, anything we can, to eventually get back enough seats here at the table to make a difference. Because right now, there just aren't enough of us in here. And if you know people that think like we do and believe like we do, we need to start bringing them along with us. I'm not embarrassed to be a Democrat. I'm proud of it. I think we are changing with the times, and we're going to continue to change with the times. But first, we're all Oklahomans, and we've got to figure out a way to work together. We don't always have to agree on everything, but we do need to be respectful to each other and be heard and figure out a way to move forward. I think that's probably the single most important thing. Kathy and I raised 5 kids. We literally had 5 teenagers in our house at one time. Imagine that. She was probably better at it than me, but I was there. I think it's a great ability to bring people to sit down and discuss our differences and come up with a compromise to be able to move forward. After all, that is what politics is about. To move this party forward, to move this state forward, to move it forward for our children. Thank you so much.